elated to get this monkey off our back of not winning at home. But even more than just the 3 points is really happy with the performance of the team. I thought from the very beginning we showed real intent. We were able to get in behind a few times and create some really dangerous opportunities. And as I've said so many times, the difference is the precision in both boxes. And I felt like we're getting closer and closer to finishing a lot of these attacks. And I thought tonight was just, again, a reflection of the mentality of the team, that they really came out with real intent. And you could see it in how we were not only attacking, but in terms of our defending, I thought it was really good all night, from the front and the back. It was just a really solid team effort, and I'm really excited about getting this victory at home in front of these fans. We had a huge crowd, and they've been coming out all year, and for us it was really important to reward them and to thank them, and certainly no better way to do it than by winning.
Robin, 2 training sessions and 90 minutes to altitude for Andrew Gutman. Your thoughts on your initial impressions of him at the club?
He's a runner. I thought he was very good. I thought his intent again to go forward, his desire to go forward is part of the whole group's kind of approach today. But I do think it's great when a player comes into a new situation at altitude and he just does what he does, which is he continues to look for places to get forward. He continues to put the opposing team under pressure by these runs and going forward. And it was really interesting. I feel like for people who didn't know Andrew, for people who came to the stadium tonight who didn't know Andrew, you got a very good look at what he is and what he does, which is a very aggressive, energetic, talented and smart attacking fullback, and certainly happy to have him.
Robin, it seemed like a performance that maybe Drew would have been really proud of to see out the game. It's nasty that it took to reach the full-time whistle. I guess, how much was that on your guys' minds, and did you, notice the hoopla as you guys came out for the second half? And I guess what do you make of it all?
The truth is I didn't notice any of it during the game. I knew it was happening. Obviously, it's been on schedule for a while now that Drew's being inducted to Hall of Fame here. I don't know how much it affected what we did tonight, but I can tell you that having the pleasure of working with Drew for the number of years that I did between Toronto and here, I am extremely pleased for him, because it's really worthy recognition. He's earned every bit of it. So I'm elated for him. I'm so happy that he finished his career here playing for me. I love that, and just incredibly excited that he's still here. Like, he's a class person. He's not just a good player, and I'm happy to have coached a good player. He's an absolute, I can't say enough good things about Drew, and I'm so pleased that he's still here and we still get to see him on a daily basis and we still get to utilize his talents.
So throughout the season, particularly in the 1.5 that was played last game and the time he was in this game, Darren seems like he's just really close to getting that first goal of the season. Do you think that the expectations put on him makes him want to try harder, or do you think?
No, I think he's a forward, and forwards want to score goals. And I think that's the bottom line. And obviously, as a young player who's now breaking into the league, the biggest thing that you can do is to score goals. And we see all the other work that he's doing and how diligent he is defensively and his running behind and his willingness to battle. I mean, he's 18. Is he 19 yet? 18, 19, somewhere around there. I guess I should know his age. But he's a young player who's making his way in the league and really doing a lot of things very well. But for a forward, they can't sleep, eat, or do anything else until they score goals. So I know that that's weighing heavily on him. But as I said, I know it's coming. And in the meantime, he's getting better in every facet of his game. I thought tonight he had a couple of really big center backs all over him most of the night, and really showed that he's getting better and better at handling that sort of pressure from behind. And all the things that we as coaches really, really appreciate that we see him getting better and better at. We're so excited about his progress. But I know that as a young forward, you want to score goals, and I think his time will come for sure.
18. Yeah, Coach, what did you like most about how the team responded after going down tonight? Do you think it was any better or any different than in games past that led to you guys being able to win tonight?
What I liked most is that we started off pretty well, had some chances. They had a couple of forays into our end of the field, but nothing really dangerous. So to give up a goal almost out of nothing was obviously disappointing, and they could have been shell-shocked. But I thought there was actually even more urgency once they scored for us to get forward. And guys were, the number of players we had running forward and running behind tonight with really good timing, and I keep using this word, intent. It's one thing to go out and play and be a bunch of good players, and you can do a number of good things, but there's a difference between real intent to get to the goal. And I thought tonight we saw us getting forward in lots of numbers, and the determination, I think, even after they scored, maybe it was even ramped up more. And that was what I really, really liked, is the fact that we didn't change. In fact, we got even more aggressive. Difference between tonight winning and not winning in the past is I think that mentality, that intent, because we got into dangerous areas probably more than we have in a while, and we didn't score all of them, but we were constantly threatening. And at the end of the day, that erodes an away team's confidence. So for us to stay with it tonight and continue to press forward and score, obviously, a great set-piece goal, have another couple. Andrew almost scored as well. And then for us to get into the position to take the penalty, and then Brian, obviously, to have the courage to take it and take it the way he did. It was, for me, it felt like a really important moment for us as a team, because I've talked so much about confidence as a team. And it's, I think, very it's really, really great for them to put forth an effort like that, get over the hump and get the results, because we've seen them play well throughout the year and not quite get over the hump. And as I said, not quite as precise maybe in either box as we need to be. And I think it's a fitting reward for them to push and play as hard as they did tonight and to get the win. That was a really wordy answer. Sorry about that.
Robin, Brian with his first goal since pre-injury. What have you seen in his determination just to get back to this point? And was it the coaching staff's decision to get him to take that PK, or was it kind of spur of the moment?
No, at the end of the day, well, first of all, I'll answer the first part of it first. He's worked extremely hard, and he's had a couple of setbacks throughout the year, and has just continued to work hard. And for him, I think I don't think there's anything that kid wants to do more than play soccer. So for him to get himself healthy and through his play earn a position in the starting lineup, I think he was excited to play, loves to play, wants to help the team, wants to score goals. In terms of the penalty kick, generally you have the players sorted out on the field themselves, guys who feel it, guys who have confidence for it. And as you could see tonight, there were a number of people who wanted to take it. And it's an interesting thing. I was a defender. I didn't take a lot of penalties. But you want the pressure. You take the ball. You know the pressure's there. You want it, and then you bury it. I think it speaks a lot to the confidence and the self-belief in any player who does, and certainly when there's 3 or 4 guys trying to take it, the one who does step up and take it, you have to have a lot of self-belief.
Yeah, and to do it too, not exactly burying it, but the confidence to try to pull that off.
Yeah, he hadn't scored in a while, and is just now getting back into it, and to pull off a Panenka in front of a crowd like this in a tied game, it's a lot of self-belief.
So there was a good type of malice today on the team, which we saw on Galvan's goal, we saw on Gutman's play, and also the way that the result was controlled towards the end of the game. So obviously this is learned by playing, right? But there was kind of a switch that was kind of turned on at the beginning of the game, and I'm talking specifically about that loss of innocence. So what do you think triggered that?
I think it's a group that we've had good performances, so-so performances, but we've been in almost every game, and I think at some point they just have to do it, and it's a feeling inside them that they just have to bring it. And I thought from minute one you saw that. I thought Calvin was lively from the beginning. Guys who haven't played much, Calvin was lively from the beginning. Andrew Gutman, very forward-thinking and forward-moving early on. I think that helped get us going. I thought Yappy was looking to run behind. And Brian Galvan was very good early on. Just speaking about guys who haven't really been playing that much. And I thought they came in and they were kind of pedal to the metal from the very beginning, and I feel like it just helped propel the team forward.
So speaking of first goals, Maxu Andreas also got his first goal. It's not his primary responsibility; he's a defender, but it's been a little bit over half a season. He has his first goal. How do you think he's impacted the team throughout the year?
I think Max is a really, really experienced defender who's seen a lot of different scenarios. He was a captain at Brøndby. He's won a championship there. He carries himself with a certain level of composure at all times. And I think that it's important for center backs to have that sort of demeanor. And I think he's come in right away and has established himself as a very solid player, a good thinker, a good organizer. My feeling when I look at him is that he's a center back who knows how to win. And I feel like I'm sure it's been frustrating for him as it is for everyone else around here in terms of how the results have gone. But even in spite of it, his demeanor doesn't change. He trains hard every day. He's very serious and he's cerebral in how he approaches a game. And he's had a couple of near misses on corner kicks. So for him, I'm sure it was really gratifying to bury one. And certainly for us, the team, and everyone here, it was really exciting to see him score.
Yeah, what are you hoping to be able to do with Andrew going forward, with his ability to give you the option to have four in the back?
We played four in the back tonight, right? What am I hoping to do with Andrew? Well, everyone has competition for playing time. Everyone has competition to get on the field. And it's what drives us and it's what makes us better. And bringing Andrew in is another good, forward-thinking, aggressive player who adds to the mix for competition. Certainly tonight he came in and for a debut and a first time here, he's only been here a couple of days to get through the altitude. I think it shows you the sort of determination he plays with. And as long as he does that, he will obviously put himself in a position to play. It was, what does it do to our ability to play in a four? I mean, we've been playing in a four over the last couple of weeks, mostly. It's something we've always wanted to do, and as we've moved toward it slowly, Andrew can play outside in a five, or he can play fullback in a four. It's just another good player that gives us the opportunity for versatility.
Robin, the most minutes that we've seen from Calvin for the first team under you, what is he doing really well to start to break into the team?
He's been good in training. He's been good and dangerous in training. Calvin's a really talented kid. He has a lot of natural ability. And I think as a young player, you second guess yourself a lot as you get into a professional environment and you're trying to figure out exactly how you fit. And I think over this time period, we've kind of narrowed down the ways that he can be dangerous and really focused on those. And I think he has taken all the advice that's being given to him, and he's been really sharp in training recently and really threatening and really dangerous. And as long as he does that, he keeps himself in the mix.
Robin, I know you want to enjoy this one, but looking ahead to Wednesday, a weird one where it's only 45 minutes. I guess maybe your coaching decisions might be different, and obviously the lineup has to be the same about who's going to be out there. What's going to be, I guess, the key for the guys to preparing, knowing it's going to be a really short
Game.
first half?
Really short game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 45-minute game for hopefully 3 points. It's a different game based on the amount of time that we have to be out there. It's a different game based on the amount of time the opponent has to be out there. And it's really going to be a real effort, a real exercise in concentration and effort, because over the course of 90 minutes you make a mistake, you give up a goal, you still have 70, 80 minutes to try to make it up, but you have 45 minutes where you have to be solid in front of your own goal. You have to take your chances because you don't have 90 minutes worth of chances, and I think it's going to be a really intense game. It's literally 90 minutes squeezed into 45 minutes, and both teams know that. So I think it's going to be a very intense 45 minutes.
Have you ever done an exercise like that, like in preseason training, or
No.
Have you ever experienced anything like that when you were a player? Or?
No, the closest would be the Minnesota game last year that we played. I can't remember, maybe 21 minutes in the Open Cup, and had to come back the next morning and resume at the same time and played the shortened game. But this is a first, certainly, and I would think it's for Portland. You have to fly someplace to play a 45-minute game. It's definitely mind-boggling in a way, but it is what it is, and we have to do it, and they have to do it, and now it's up to both teams to prepare as well as possible and come out and take advantage of really every second of 45 minutes. Thanks, you guys.
My thoughts? Yeah, it was a crazy week, obviously, but really happy to go into the team and help the team get 3 points tonight. So yeah, it was a good result.
Andrew, Brennan Bloom for the Denver folks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Your first 90 minutes here at altitude. How are you feeling? What did you make of the energy of the stadium and your first couple days with the squad? I guess what have you made of the group as a whole?
Yeah, the altitude's definitely real. It took a little bit to adjust, but it's been good. It was obviously a whirlwind of a week, but I just tried to take everything in stride, tried to learn as much as I can. I know I have a lot to learn, with understanding the players and the system, but to step in and help the team get 3 points tonight, that was huge. I think it looked like a sellout crowd. I don't know if it was, but the fans pushed us to get that second goal and then kept pushing us to defend the lead, and we were able to do it.
Andrew, Matt Pollard, the Burgundy Wave. We've seen Robin, with past players coming in not conditioned altitude, be a little cautious about working them into the team.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do to either help you prepare for that? What did your teammates do to make things easy?
He told me the first day if I can adjust, then he wants me to start. The first day I did not adjust well, but no, we were honest about it, and I was talking to the strength coach, and we felt that I was able to do it. And then once you get out there, you just get that second win, you're able to push through it. But I'll definitely sleep good tonight and feel it tomorrow.
Chemistry-wise, was it just guys talking to you a lot, or?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the game, it's a soccer. Or at the end of the day, it's a soccer game, So I figured it out. The first 10, 15 minutes, I was trying to understand everyone's tendencies. But I felt like we were clicking well. We were understanding each other, and hopefully, we just continue to grow like that.
Hey, Keith Richards, Team MBS Media. Like you said, you've had a short time here, but how do you feel you'll fit in with this team, or what do you think you can help them improve as the season goes on?
Yeah, I think just a little bit of experience and leadership. Certain moments of the game, how to manage it. Just being a solid player defensively and getting forward. And we still have almost half a season left to play. Anything can happen, you know. I've been on teams where we've won 7 in a row and we've shot into the playoffs. So just continuing to believe, continuing to push and train hard, and hopefully we can turn the season around.
Great. Hey, Andrew, Braden Durst with Denver Sports Magazine. With Robin being a pretty good defender himself in his day, just how are you and him meshing so far? Has he given you any advice, tips, anything?
Yeah, you know, not too much, just because it was a crazy week, but obviously with his career, I'm going to be both ears open the entire time. You know, hopefully day by day I'll learn many things from him.
Andrew, set pieces are a big part of the Colorado Rapids. I assume you've met Chris Sharpie. I know you had a really close one there that we've got a full reporter question about that being a handball. You know, how have you just to set pieces and everything? What are you looking for in those?
Yeah, to score goals. You know, it's obviously a big part of the game, and you know, I hope to be involved in you know, one of the runners to try to get my head on the ball.
Andrew, you spoke about your ability to get up into the attack. What do you see from the strikers that are in the box on the receiving end? You know, young guys like Darren Yappy, but also more veterans such as Michael Barrios.
Yeah, I think, you know, first of all, Yappy, he's a big target. He's a big guy, so if you can just kind of get it up there and hopefully he can get his head on it. And then obviously Michael Barrios has played in the league a long time, very shifty, very, you know, very good on the ball, kind of has a quick two-step. So just getting him and Johnny Lewis isolated will be a big time for us.
Andrew, you know, in the first half, it really looked like you were playing some quick 1-2s with Calvin Harris.
Mhm.
I guess what was working there?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first 5 minutes he skinned his guy twice. So, you know, when that happens, you just get him the ball. You know, every team I've been on, I've played with great wingers, and I kind of just give them the ball and try to occupy the space that they're not in. If they want to go 1v1, then I let them go. You know, he was having a great game, and I was just trying to get him the ball as much as I could.
Andrew, you know, a fellow Hoosier tonight, Drew Moore, was obviously inducted into the Gallery of Honor.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were back down in Bloomington, I guess, was he kind of a main core of the Hoosiers down there? And, you know, knowing, I guess it's your first game to kind of look up to where he was and stuff, did that mean anything to you?
Yeah, when you come into Indiana, they talk about Drew Moore a lot. You know, obviously what he did for the program there and then in MLS was huge. You know, for me, I'm really thankful that he's still around in the club and he can help me develop into a better defender. I mean, for me, he's one of the best defenders to play in MLS. So every day I'm going to try to develop a good relationship with him and pick his brain. Good?
We're out there.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, Andrew.